Hi, thanks for watching. This is a match from the 2025 Scenic City Crokinole Classic, hosted at First United Church in Owen Sound, Ontario. And this is a match between Reid Tracey and Reid Tracey in the black versus Darren Carr and Gina Schick in the orange. And my name is Andy Norton, coming to you from Minneapolis, St. Paul, part of the Minneapolis Crokinole Club, and happy to be commentating this game. So it looks like Jeremy is first to shoot. And goes long. Gina just plays the defensive role there. I like that. Did not need to score. Darren rolls to a pretty fruitless spot for Jeremy, who makes lemonade out of lemons and scores off that bounce back 20. That was insane. That's next level shooting. Gina and Reid score now, and Darren misses. So the Traceys are officially have the advantage here. They're up 2 20s against the hammer. Gina brings it back by 1. After Reid scores, Darren misses again. Jeremy just needs to roll away here, but I think looked like he was going for the 20, but he did it in such a way that he did not miss close to the hole, and so did not leave a scoring opportunity for Gina. And Reid catches a peg. Darren with the bump 20 gets it. Decent placement, but I think if Jeremy can just clear that, I think he's fine with not clearing it because they are up 20. But against the hammer, that's risky. Yeah, I think Reid is going to line up the double here. I would think. Yeah. Knocks it down. Darren has got to go for that angle in. Oh my gosh. Beautiful shot to tie it up. And now the advantage has firmly swung back to Darren and Gina after Jeremy misses. Great 20 from Gina. Reid, all he can do is... Yeah, he could not score there. So the last shots are inconsequential. And the first 2 points go to Darren and Gina. Yeah, this shot, look at this. Me of little faith. That was insane. That was beautiful. Even Reid. Gosh, you gotta rewind 10 seconds and look at Reid's face. He was like, That was a great shot. And then, yeah, always gotta love a bump and run. And the nice double. Great round. That was a fun one. Hey, Gina, also getting in on the highlights. Highlights around the table. That's when you know it's a great game. And even the inconsequential 20 gets a highlight. There we go. All right. Gina starting us off. Reid shakes off that game. And now he's thinking, how do I play this? Do I roll? Yeah, he rolls to the outside. Jeremy nods with satisfaction. Darren looking to carve in, maybe bounce off that peg. Oh. Gets into the middle. Jeremy probably... Oh, wow. I wasn't quite sure what he was lining up there, and sure enough, he got the disc he was striking, caught the peg, bounced back, and kicked him out, and that was not good for them. Gina scores, and Reid now with, I think a drop back is possible here. Yep. Wow. That was not what, I wouldn't even call that a hanger exactly. Darren had to basically drop back from the hole to score there, I think. And now Jeremy leaves it, I think a drift possibility for Gina, who unfortunately loses her disc, but she did get the off. Reid comes up short and shifts uncomfortably in his seat. This is tough. They have the hammer, but they're down 3 now after Darren scores what has to be called a lucky 20 there, for sure. Jeremy scoring, but Gina just plays to the outside and luckily did not score her opponent's disc there. Reid, he loses his disc. Not the worst result, but Darren makes him pay. Yeah, and after Jeremy misses, the math here is crushing. Even after a mistake from Gina, as Reid goes long, and Darren just plays to the outside. So yeah, this game is a foregone conclusion at this point. Really rough round for the Traceys, and didn't quite catch what Gina said there. I'm not sure if she was comforting Jeremy or poking fun at him. Sometimes you want to do both. Darren, yeah, that was something there. That was. Is that the same shot over again? That was quite the 20. I would be fascinated to know whether he planned that, because maybe he did, but it looked really lucky to me. All right, Reid and Jeremy start off strong here, scoring their 20s, but so do Darren and Gina. Reid and Darren scoring now. And Jeremy and Gina. The Traceys cannot get a miss yet from the team in orange. Three times around the table. All open 20s scored. No misses. This is phenomenal. Gina to make it 4 times around the table. Yep, gets it. My gosh. And with Jeremy scoring the 19th consecutive 20, this is now longer than the than the 21 in a row. 21 in a row, and Darren hates to be the one to miss. Especially that was almost a perfect game in a doubles match, which is truly wild. I think it was just two discs away from that. So Gina needs to score here with a takeout to tie it up, and she does. Jeez Louise. So they split the points there, which is wild. Jeremy giving her that chance to score there. But wow, 21 consecutive 20s. 22 out of 24 shots were 20s, I think. And then, yeah, for the tie, Gina Schick. That was not an easy shot. Oh my gosh. That disc looked like it wanted to get out of the hole, and something reached up out of the hole and pulled it back in. What a game. Okay, well, the Traceys get their first point, but they'll be hard-pressed to get 2 more points here if Gina and Darren continue to shoot as they have. So Darren put them up by 1 against the hammer. So if Jeremy can just make something happen here, but I think he's weighing quite a few different possible paths. And I don't know what he was aiming for there. If he hoped to get a double, like roll in and clear both? Or did he think that disc is tough? That drop back doesn't look like it's there. Reid barely getting a touch on the disc there. Darren rolling out. Jeremy now with a long angle. Cannot get it. Leaves a backboard for Gina. Yeah. This looks rough, but Reid going for a phenomenal bounce back. Solid bounce backwards, but not towards the hole. Jeremy gets the double, but no 20. So things still looking very dire for the Traceys. Can Reid push through? Nope. And Darren just about sealing it here. Jeremy leans back in disgust. I think he was hoping to roll in there and just did not get any action. But Reid misses. Darren scores. Jeremy scores his opponent's disc with intention. Last shot's inconsequential here as Darren and Gina really smoked the Traceys here. Great game from both, though. Jeremy being Jeremy. Very much so. But gosh, that string of 20s was phenomenal. Great play from both teams. Thanks for watching.